Hey, what's going on, guys? It's FPL Yusuf here, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be going over my Game Week 7 FPL Challenge team, which is Asia Pacific. We're going to go over my team for this current game week. We'll have a look at how my team got on in Game Week 6, and also why we are making some of the moves this week that we are doing for this team. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here today on my YouTube channel for another video. Before we get into this one, if you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up and subscribing down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. So let's just take a little recap at how we got on last week in Game Week 6. We actually had a very good game week. We ended on 39 points all out. Mo Salah, being our captain, got the most points for us, 10-point double-digit return. So we obviously had him as the captaincy. And Burmo coming back with a nice 9-point haul as well. Jackson did get returned with an assist. The defense not so great. Obviously Man United didn't really play that well against Spurs. Forest lost 1-0 to Fulham as well at home, which I kind of expect. I almost expected it to be a 0-0 in that one, so I did think that Ole Aina would kind of get us a clean sheet. But overall, not too bad. 39 points all out. That brings us up to 18,402 in the world. So we're having a really good season on FPL Challenge, and hopefully this week can be the week that we actually break into that top 10k. So I'm going to jump straight into my Game Week 7 team and just discuss why I've picked certain players and what my thinking behind it all is. Okay, so Game Week 7, what is it about? So the challenge is all about players from Asia and players from the Pacific regions. So any player that you get from a country from one of those continents, you're going to earn double points on. Now, it's worth me saying, as you guys can see on screen, I actually only have one player from one of those continents in there, and that is Kaoru Mitoma. I'm going to get onto him in a little bit later. So we're going to start off in goal first. David Raya, on paper, has got the best fixture, Southampton at home. I'm going to bring Gabriel into this as well because I've doubled up on the Arsenal defence. Now, we saw last week when Arsenal played Leicester at home that even though on paper it looks fantastic, it doesn't always go to plan. Now, I must say, I do think Arsenal were very, very unlucky to concede in that game, especially not only one, but two, because I think Leicester accumulated an XG of 0.27. So, Arsenal had about 5 XG in that game. So you can see that it really was just one-way traffic. But this is what can happen. The first goal was a deflection. I think David Raya would have had that header from James Justin. And the second one was just an absolute worldie. And, this is how quickly the clean sheet can go. So I am going to back the Arsenal defence. On paper, like I said, they have got the best fixture out of everyone. But also the numbers do prove to me that, last week may have just been like a sort of an anomaly. And, I don't know if that's what is going to happen again. I think Arsenal will probably go to the Emirates, dominate the possession, have most of the chances. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident that Arsenal are going to keep a clean sheet. That's why I've doubled up in defence. So, moving on to the midfield, Mo Salah returns for us again as he was last week. He was our captain last week. He probably won't be captain this week. It's going to be a late decision for me on this one. But he's away to Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace haven't been that great this season. And Mo Salah in particular has got a fantastic record against them. So, when you couple both of them together, it's probably going to mean a 2-point blank. But, I'd rather have him in this team. The budget's unlimited this week, which means you can afford anyone you want. And yeah, I just like the idea of having him in there just because of his record against Palace alone. But also, Crystal Palace haven't been great this season. And I do think that there is room for Liverpool to sort of get at them and hopefully Mo Salah to get on the score sheet too. Now, Mitoma is the player from Asia who I will be having in my team. He is going to be, whatever he gets will get double points. Now, minutes-wise, I think he's safe. He's pretty much an 85-plus minute player, so no worries about that. Brighton weren't that great against Chelsea, took a quite heavy defeat to them, despite Chelsea, 2 of their goals, well, obviously from set pieces, one with a penalty, one from a free kick, but take nothing away from Cole Palmer in that game. He was absolutely exceptional in that game. So, yeah, I think Brighton are a good team. I think they'll have a good season, but I do expect results like that along the way for them. However, like I said, from the players from this challenge in particular, Mitoma is the one that stands out above all else. You maybe want to consider Chris Wood up front, going with a sort of 2-striker formation, but for me, I'd rather have Mitoma in the midfield. He's going to get an extra point for the goal, extra point for the clean sheet, and obviously with the double points, that's going to turn into even more than what Chris Wood or someone else may have. So yeah, for me, Mitoma and Salah will double up in the midfield. And finally, up front, no other option. It is Erling Haaland, the Norwegian Robocop, as I like to call him. He's just so good. I know he blanked against Newcastle last week. I wouldn't expect that to be a thing for too much longer. Fulham at home. Fulham haven't been great defensively this season. As of right now, he is my captaincy. There is a chance that I go for Mo Salah, but I think if I had to put most of my eggs in one basket, it's probably going to be him. So, yeah, he will be up front by himself, leading the line. And like I said, with the unlimited budget, it just allows these sort of players to be brought in and to have this sort of team made possible. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I will be back tomorrow with the transfer target video, and then later on in the week, I will be back with a final team selection video. My apologies, I didn't manage to get a final team selection video up last week, but I'm going to talk about how my team got on in game week 6 in my transfer target video tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If you have enjoyed this video, like I said, don't forget to drop it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and also turn on the notification bell as well, just so you guys get notified when I upload. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.